Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to cut through all the noise and really get into what's truly fascinating. And today, wow, we are plunging into a story that hasn't just, made headlines. It's completely captured the world's imagination. We're talking about the recent, absolutely dazzling engagement of global superstar Taylor Swift and NFL tight end Travis Kelce. And for this deep dive, we've got an incredible stack of sources, really, a treasure trove. News excerpts, super detailed timelines of their relationship, even some candid reflections from Taylor and Travis themselves. Our mission, simple, to give you the ultimate shortcut. Not just the what happened, but the how and the why. Why this particular love story has resonated so deeply with so many people, right up to that magnificent new sparkler on Taylor's finger. It's kind of like a modern fairy tale, but, with friendship bracelets and football fields and maybe a bit of social media strategy, wouldn't you say?
Well, absolutely. And, when you strip away some of that celebrity gloss, this story really offers some genuinely fascinating insights into, well, celebrity relationships today, in the digital age, how public perception gets managed, and, the enduring power of a grand gesture, but one that still feels personal.
Okay, let's unpack this then, because every epic love story has an origin, right? And it didn't start with a quiet dinner. It started with jewelry, basically, and a very public plea. Our sources trace it right back to July 2023. Taylor Swift's Eras tour stop, Arrowhead Stadium, Kansas City. Travis, who calls himself a huge Swiftie, went with a mission, a now legendary mission, give Taylor a friendship bracelet with his number on it. But as he famously said on his New Heights podcast, July 26th, it didn't quite go to plan. He was, and this is his quote, a little butthurt because Taylor, quite rightly, doesn't meet fans before or after shows. Needs to save her voice. What did you make of that initial, very public fumble, as he put it?
Well, what's truly fascinating there isn't just the attempt itself, but how public that fumble was, right from the start. It wasn't some private little setback. He broadcast it to millions on his podcast. And that immediately created this unique, almost narrative-driven starting point for their connection. It kind of positioned Travis as this, charmingly earnest, slightly disappointed admirer, which, for two people that famous, is actually a really powerful and relatable way to kick off a story, long before they'd even properly met. It gave the public a rooting interest.
Absolutely. Yeah, the world was kind of watching, already invested in his quest. So, okay, the bracelet plan fizzled, but Travis, well, it seems he wasn't one to just give up easily. He decided to really shoot his shot. And this is where it gets absolutely fascinating, because the way he did it truly grabbed the world's attention, didn't he? Right. So after publicly talking about that first fumble, a move Taylor herself later called metal as hell, Travis, he escalated things. Our sources point to his next big play on the Pat McAfee show. Much bolder this time. And again, super public invitation. He explicitly challenged Taylor to come see the Chiefs play at Arrowhead, saying, and I love this quote, I told her, I've seen you rock the stage in Arrowhead. You might have to come see me rock the stage and see which one's a little more lit. He basically threw the ball squarely in her court.
And that really raises an important question, I think, about modern celebrity relationships. How did that really public, almost audacious move, how did that actually play out behind the scenes? For someone like Taylor, who often values her privacy, a public invitation like that could be, well, a double-edged sword. Was it charming? Or maybe a bit intrusive?
Well, just earlier this month, August 2025, Taylor gave us her side of it, her unique perspective on the New Heights podcast, and it really brings this origin story to life. She reflected that Travis's bold move felt like something straight out of an, 80s John Hughes movie. She pictured him standing outside my window with a boombox saying, I want to date you. Do you want to go on a date with me? I made you a friendship bracelet. It's quite the image. She also shared her initial kind of humorous reaction, admitting she thought, and I quote, this dude didn't get a meet and greet and he's making it everyone's problem. That sounds like classic Taylor, right? And as a sort of a sentimental callback to this whole iconic friendship bracelet thing, you might have actually spotted Taylor recently, June 2025, wearing a TNT tennis bracelet with her bestie Selena Gomez, a sweet little nod to where it all began. Okay. So the public invitation was out there, caused a whirlwind of speculation. What did this actually mean for their first real meeting? And how did the romance kind of blossom away from the immediate glare of the spotlight before, well, becoming this global sensation? Right. Our timeline shows that by August 2023, Travis was rocking that now iconic mustache, the one he later playfully called, that stash in the 87 jersey was pretty iconic. It was apparently under the guise of that memorable look that he and Taylor finally met. Then, moving into early September 2023, a source close to them told E! News they were texting and talking here and there. Very low key, primarily because Travis, understandably, has been in season. Football takes over.
Yeah, and if we connect that to the bigger picture, this initial, gradual nature of their interactions, even after that very public invitation, it's quite telling. It suggests a deliberate approach, maybe even cautious, really getting to know each other first. It wasn't that immediate hard launch you often see or expect from celebrity couples these days. They seem to be, establishing a genuine connection first, which, for figures of their stature, is probably a crucial foundation.
That careful approach definitely makes sense, especially knowing the intense spotlight that would eventually follow them. And then came the moment that truly set the internet on fire, validating all that quiet, behind the scenes groundwork. September 2023. Taylor did accept Travis's invite, made her first highly publicized appearance at Arrowhead Stadium, famously joined Travis's mom, Donna Kelce, in the box to watch the Chiefs play. Sparked an absolute frenzy. After the game, the two were spotted packing on some serious PDA at a local bar. But, and this is a crucial clarification from Taylor herself, a detail she shared later to kind of manage the narrative. She stated they already spent a significant amount of time getting to know each other beforehand. Her exact words were, "We would never be psychotic enough to hard launch a first date." Expert, what does that careful framing tell us about how they handled this really public, really scrutinized early stage?
Oh, that statement from Taylor is incredibly insightful. It really shows a clear understanding of public perception and how to control the narrative. By explicitly saying they'd spent significant time together already, they basically disgulled any notion that this was just some superficial, spur-of-the-moment publicity stunt. It added this layer of authenticity, of seriousness to their budding romance, effectively telling fans, this is real, this has depth. Okay. It's honestly a masterclass in navigating intense media scrutiny, blending the public appearances with that private foundation.
It certainly was. And speaking of public appearances, here's where it gets really interesting for the Swifties listening, because the squad came out in full force. Just a month later, October 2023, Taylor brought her famous friends, and we're talking A-listers here, Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, Sophie Turner, Hugh Jackman, Sabrina Carpenter, and Tony Porowski to MetLife Stadium to watch the Chiefs play the Jets. That was quite the statement, wasn't it? Signaled not just her commitment, but kind of integrating Travis into her inner circle. And that same October, another key indicator that things were really heating up surfaced. Taylor started bonding with Brittany Mahomes, wife of Travis's BFF and teammate Patrick Mahomes. That kind of friendship with core teammates' wives, that's a big deal in the sports world. And then, of course, later that month, they took their romance to the ultimate stage. New York City, surprise appearance on Saturday Night Live, hit the after party for the show, enjoyed a classic date night at the Waverly Inn. It was just this whirlwind, very public, very glamorous, a real validation of their connection. But their relationship wasn't just about stadium appearances or those high-profile dates. It quickly moved into more intimate and profoundly public declarations, the kind that delighted fans worldwide and really solidified their status as a true power couple. Okay, so November 2023. Travis's bye week, he makes this grand gesture of his own, travels all the way to Argentina to catch the South American leg of Taylor's Eras Tour. And there, our sources detail him bonding not just with Taylor, but with her dad, Scott Swift, at the November 11th show in Buenos Aires. And then, that iconic moment, sent literal shockwaves through the fandom. Taylor spontaneously changed the lyrics of Karma to "Karma is that guy on the Chiefs coming straight home to me." After the show, sources described this really passionate kiss backstage, a moment that felt totally ripped from a movie screen.
Yeah, that public acknowledgement from the stage, especially with that lyric change, it was way more than just a romantic gesture. It felt like a powerful, intentional solidification of their relationship. For fans, for the media, for everyone, it basically ended any remaining speculation. And for Taylor, who historically has been very private about her relationships, this was just an unprecedented level of openness. It spoke volumes about her comfort, her trust in Travis, but also about their willingness as a couple to sort of embrace and own the public nature of their romance instead of hiding from it. It felt like a strategic move, defining their narrative on their own terms.
Absolutely made it completely undeniable. And by December 2023, Taylor was openly addressing the whole phenomenon, what some called the lavender craze, around her appearances at his games. In an interview with Time magazine, she just laid it out. "I'm going to see him do what he loves. We're showing up for each other. Other people are there, and we don't care." That really underscored the mutual support, the genuineness of it all, just brushing aside the circus around them. And the family involvement, always a critical step in any serious relationship, kept growing. Late 2023, early 2024, Taylor brought her dad to cheer on Travis's team in December 23. They spent their very first New Year's Eve together, shared that romantic kiss when the clock struck midnight, January 2024, and Taylor continued to bond really deeply with Travis's family, hanging out with his brother Jason Kelce, sister-in-law Kylie Kelce, at a Chiefs game in January 2024.
That deepening family integration, that's a huge marker for any couple, right? But especially in the high-pressure public world of celebrities and pro athletes. It moves things way beyond just casual dating into something much more substantial. It suggests a commitment to actually building a life together, not just a relationship between two individuals. It's a strong signal of genuine intent, moving past the performative aspects that can sometimes define these high-profile romances.
It truly is, and that genuine intent was just on full emotional display that same month, January 24, during the AFC Championship game. After the Chiefs won, clinched their spot in the Super Bowl, there was this incredibly emotional scene right there on the field. The couple shared a celebratory kiss, and in a moment caught on camera, they exchanged, "I love you," with Travis famously telling her, "Tay, I'm going to enjoy with the guys. I love you so much, it's not funny." That raw, kind of unscripted moment really resonated, didn't it? And then, of course, the biggest stage of them all. February 2024, Super Bowl Helvate in Las Vegas. The pair locked lips right there on the field after Travis led the Chiefs to victory. And just a day later, Taylor made their relationship TikTok official. Posted footage of Travis on social media for the first time, playfully poking fun at taking her parents clubbing with Travis after the Super Bowl.
Right, that Super Bowl kiss wasn't just, celebrating a championship. It was this moment of global affirmation. It fused two incredibly powerful cultural worlds, pop music and pro sports, in this single emotional image that just dominated news cycles for days. For fans, it felt like the culmination of months of speculation and hope. A clear signal this was way more than just a fleeting romance. It basically became the capstone of their coming out as a power couple.
Right.
Cemented their status, allowed them to move forward with this unified public front.
It definitely felt like a new era for them, pun intended. Okay, fast forward to June 2024. They finally went Instagram official and in truly royal style. Taylor's first Instagram picture featuring Travis, a selfie of the two of them with Prince William and his and Kate Middleton's eldest kids, Prince George and Princess Charlotte, backstage at her Eras tour show, Wembley Stadium, London. Casual. And then, in a truly memorable moment that same month, Travis made his Eras tour stage debut, also at Wembley, joined his girlfriend on stage as a backup performer during her song I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. Talk about showing up for each other. And the timeline just keeps marching steadily on, leading us right up to, well, the present moment, filled with subtle hints, increasing intimacy, and this growing sense of anticipation for what might be next. So September 2024, Taylor joins Travis for the Chiefs' first game of the regular 2024-25 season. A photo shared by Tariah Gordon seemed to show them reenacting a sweet PDA moment from way back in October 2023. They also hit up model Karen Elson's wedding, had a U.S. Open date. October 2024 saw them on a double dinner date with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds in NYC, further blending those friendship circles. The last weekend of 2024 December, they stepped out for two back-to-back dates in New York City. Notably matching outfits, both times a subtle sign, maybe, of their increasing unity, comfort. Then they spent the NFL offseason together. March 2025 found them enjoying a snowy romantic vacation in Montana with sportscaster Erin Andrews, a more private glimpse into their lives. Then, July 2025, Travis posts his first pics with Taylor on his Instagram, what some called the Instagram hard launch. Included this adorable shot of them at dinner that subtly revealed their phone lock screen pics were of each other. A really personal detail shared with the world. And just this August 13th, Taylor made her highly anticipated debut on Travis and Jason's New Heights podcast, a nearly 2-hour special episode. During that really candid chat, she also revealed her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, set to drop October 3rd.
Yeah, this steady escalation, public appearances, social media, family integration, coupled with these little intimate glimpses, it clearly showed a relationship that, okay, yes, it was under intense scrutiny, but it was definitely moving towards a significant milestone. The careful, deliberate way they navigated each public step, sharing just enough to keep the narrative moving forward while still building that genuine connection behind the scenes. It really made it less a question of if they'd get engaged and more a matter of when and how. It really built that collective anticipation, didn't it?
Absolutely. All the pieces were falling into place, created this palpable excitement. Which, of course, brings us to the news that had everyone talking, social media absolutely buzzing just yesterday, August 26th, 2025. The engagement announcement finally broke, and it was everything fans had hoped for, really. Taylor, naturally, showed off her dazzling sparkler from now fiancé Travis Kelce, announcing the news on Instagram. And let's talk about this ring for a second because, wow, it's exquisite. Our sources describe it as an old mine, brilliant cut by Kindred Lubeck of Artifacts Fine Jewelry. Features a sleek yellow gold band that holds a single elongated diamond in the center, with two smaller diamonds on each side. Just stunning. And the proposal itself sounded like a dream. Travis bringing the lyrics to Love Story to life as he got down on one knee in a sea of florals. The Instagram post also included this final, really tender shot of them hugging affectionately on a chair swing. And Taylor's caption, just perfect, a cheeky reference to her song, so high school, quoting, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." It's truly a storybook ending, or beginning, I guess.
It really is a perfect culmination of their journey, isn't it? It weaves in so many elements that have kind of defined their relationship, from the public nature of the proposal, echoing those grand romantic gestures like in Love Story, to the deeply personal touch of the ring's design. Crafted by a jeweler known for hand-engraved pieces, which suggests a really bespoke, thoughtful choice, it's this beautifully orchestrated blend of their public personas and their private, profound connection.
So there you have it, your full deep dive into the, well, bejeweled love story of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. From that initial, maybe slightly butthurt friendship bracelet attempt all the way to a dazzling engagement ring and a John Hughes-esque proposal. It's been quite the ride, full of unexpected twists, very public declarations, and a whole lot of karma as the guy on the Chiefs.
And what really stands out, I think, is how this particular celebrity romance, despite the intense global spotlight, it seems to have maintained a genuine narrative. It feels rooted in those early, almost movie-like gestures that resonated with so many people, while they also skillfully navigated the complexities of their immense fame. It really felt like they kind of invited us along for the journey, didn't it? In a way few celebrity couples manage to do.
Indeed. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? In this age of constant connectivity, social media, where every gesture can be amplified or, scrutinized, what other romantic gestures, grand or subtle, are brewing out there, just waiting for their moment in the spotlight? Or maybe a quiet, personal I do away from all the cameras?
That's a truly provocative thought for you to mull over, definitely. How do the intensely public aspects of a relationship like this truly shape its private reality? And maybe what can we learn about enduring connection from watching such a high-profile love story unfold when basically every single step is a potential headline?